This is how I roll. My outfit today is that it took me a long time to do it. I'm wearing pretty accessories because that way I have something to focus on other than self-hate. I like this. It's the not mushroom. Although I have one like that that's a mushroom. It's a sushi piece. I could really change out the charms, but I'm doing sushi piece. But it is. I got octopus in there because I hate myself. That way I could just know those are in the back and pretend I don't have a body. Because it's there and it's hard to dress today. I don't even know where I'm fucking up. I had someone write in for the life complaints prompts. And I'm like, shit. Because like with the way live works, it's like... First of all, I asked for everything on Instagram. And so then, like, YouTube, where I resurrect all the lives, is... You know, it's like, who would be me addressing the, like, answers to the questions for? It'd be the Instagram. But yeah, I life complaints. I wrote on the back of this page from, like, it's going to take me, like, a couple weeks to answer the first part of this page. But I will then continue to write on the back. Did I post today? Yeah, I did post an anonymous question link today, which means the actual anonymous question thing is just going to ask me questions. It won't be real people. I like that they're being honest about it now. Because they're like, why do 20 people want to know who my crush is? It wasn't 20 people. It was just the actual app. I was like, yeah, thank God. It's like, who are you? You don't even know me then. I'm a creepy crush because I'm a romantic. I care beyond comfortability of crush. I don't know if you can hear Cat Butt song, but I can. Hopefully you can't, because if you can, I might be in trouble for copyright, and bitch cannot afford that. Oh, there's something very sad about someone with more going after someone with less for the purposes of suing. Unless, I guess, they were really, truly hurt. So much so that, like, whatever they're taking, whatever stress they're causing to the other person isn't even worth what was caused to them. Like, what was caused to them was so detrimental, they just need something financially to, like, take more from the little guy. Hopefully. I don't need to know. It's not on me to know intent of everyone. Okie dokie. So then I'm just going to answer all the questions on this page. And then 3 months later, I'm going to get to the back, life complaints. Although I really just want to talk about the life complaints right now. Shit. Well, making up my own rules. Mean bosses. That is a trend. Although I will say, being the kind of person that I am, I always take it on myself where I'm like, I just must be a piece of shit. But I will say that if I ever was in power, I'm so thankful for the piece of shit things I've seen people in power do that I would not do those things. I'm just trying to be a good character. So I really wouldn't emulate or be proud. There's no amount of power that's going to make me want to be less than a good character. Especially after what I know. Which is that power doesn't really matter. It's all false. It'll be taken from you. Especially if you're not a good character. Maybe you don't see it all the time yet, but hold up. Things are, if they haven't already been, are for sure changing. Okie dokie. So we're going off of the topics for, I don't know, school days, I think still. When did you first start writing or performing? So I first started writing as soon as I could. For funsies, I used to just write scripts when I was like barely, like it's like I learned to read and then I learned to write and I was just like, I was like writing, I would like write horror stories all the time in 4th grade. Like I learned to read very late 2nd grade, kind of like was figuring it out in 3rd grade. Depression hit me. Thank God I didn't get the depression before I learned to read because books became my friend. So I'm just really, really glad I got the depression after knowing how to read. Because then I could write books and I was so inspired and in love with books, it just made me always want to write. I always was a writer. Hey, there's like I think I had two MySpaces, but like my younger MySpace, before I was Saint maybe, and I think I might have had 3 fucking MySpaces. I would like just fucking like write blog ass posts, like cute, like 14-year-old Amy. I don't know. I swear that's none of my set. Now I can't find them. All my MySpaces are gone because I was a teacher. So I definitely got rid of all my MySpaces. 14-year-old Amy also wasn't acting like she was going to be a teacher someday. Even if I wasn't like super bad on like anything, I still was talking. And you know how people are. Like, once you have too many words, that's every word said is one to be judged, one more to be judged. Makes it hard when you're a wordy bitch. Just trying to make sure I'm only saying stuff I can stand behind. But then I changed. It's like, oh shit. But I've been writing since I fucking could. And I don't even know what for. I wrote scripts, I wrote stories. And then even when I got into things that like other things, I still would do this thing where I didn't like to keep a journal necessarily because I was worried about people seeing my thoughts, being very self-conscious and such, and also feeling like I was self-conscious, not because I'm like I'm evil and ugly. I was always worried about being that I was evil and I was a bad thing. So I didn't want people to necessarily find the shit I wrote, but with flip phones even, they would have like a little kind of like a notepad thing, or I would just text shit to myself, just ideas, observations and stuff I had. They weren't always funny. A lot of the times they were depressed to this day. I still do the same shit, write down things all the time that pop into my head, because word letting, I'm so full of words. I'll explode, I think, if I don't. I have to do it. No, I like to do it. It feels good to word let. Sometimes it's hard. I can't keep up with the typing. And since T9 Word, the one that got away from me, I have not been. Yeah, it's like T9 Word was the last time my mouth was able to keep up with how I could write out words. They take them on a fucking table, T9 Word. My pimples are bigger than my tits, and I'm surprised no one on Roast Battle has used this yet, and I assume it's because it would be so mean because of how true it is. So I started writing, right after I learned to read. So well, not right after. I learned to read at the end of 2nd grade. In 3rd grade, I got comfortable with it. In 4th grade, I got depressed, and then I learned to write. I was like, these books that are my friends, I could also make a thing like. Maybe not a whole book. Poor depressed elementary school Amy probably did fucking write a book or 2 in her little 3 years. Damn, I'm so I can't for copyright, but Cat Bud is just pushing out good songs tonight. Were you popular, invisible, or somewhere in between? All 3. I was popular, I was invisible, and I was somewhere in between at all different points. Education lasted a long time for me. Maybe not the first quarter of my life, but a quarter of my life was spent on. But, that was a lot sadder when I wasn't near 35. Now I'm like, well, I got 10 years. I got 10 years uneducated. Fuck you, education system. 10 years uneducated, at least. Did you have a style or fashion identity in school? It's been in me always. But a lot of my self-hate, I did center around my body, which did mean at certain points I just tried to cover it up. I think I've mentioned before, I'm a big fan of the hoodie that goes all the way down to the knees. And to this day, but now I don't wear it with pants. I then went to a Christian school that required uniforms. So I was always getting in trouble for stuff like wearing too colorful of socks. But they weren't really mean about that one. They were like, just tomorrow, don't wear those socks. Also, big earrings. They didn't like the big earrings. I was just trying to spruce up the uniform. And this is like, honestly, I think why I'm such a shitty worker now, because it's like I have trauma about uniforms. I just don't want to. I'll do a job with a dress code, but I don't want to do a fucking uniform. I don't mean it. Look, I'm a pussy ass bitch for that, but I don't like a uniform. And you know what? Life could break me down enough. I will suck it up and put on a uniform. I just hope I don't have to. I'm not good enough to argue. Not even with the world, unfortunately. That's why I'm trying to be a good character. Then maybe I can better argue with the world, but then I wouldn't even want to argue. I feel like a good character doesn't argue. Not with idiots. And a lot of the systems, not the people. The people are beautiful. I feel bad for them. But the systems of the world are not worth arguing with. I just have to fucking abide. Give to what is what. Be good until it gets better. Oh, I fully believe if you're good, it gets better. Hasn't really shown it a lot yet. It's like good people have to work harder than anyone. Just almost like want to get out of bed in the morning. Did you have, yeah, that one. What songs remind you of high school? Lollipop by Lil Wayne. And I don't know if anyone remembers CKY, but it was like pre-Jackass, and they did songs. Ooh, and Bloodhound Gang. I wish that was playing right now on my cat butt. Not I don't know if it shows. I can't fucking see the screen because I like, but not really so much The Offspring. I listened to Offspring for the first time as a kid, and they did, like, I liked the sound of them, but I didn't really connect with Offspring until very late high school, early 20s, when there's something in the lyrics that more resonated with my understanding of life at that point. My sparkles are uneven. Hopefully no one gets close enough to me to notice that. And if they do, hopefully they still like me. To some degree. As long as it's more than myself, I'm winning. As long as they like me more than I like myself. Who did you think you were supposed to become? I was always supposed to be Amy. I knew it especially right away. Like, I battle with it way more now. I used to always, like, there was something so weird about the way I would introduce myself. Like, I'm Amy. You shouldn't forget it. Let's play a game. Like, it's always who I was supposed to be. Don't know what that means. Today it feels like a not the great. I'm happy. I just, like, I really am body struggles. Which I know, yeah, maybe, but, like, we all know it's different when we're in it, when we're inside of something, than we're just looking at it. Because, like, I have, like, found people, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to touch this person, and they don't think they're attractive, so I guess, hopefully. Because I did not want to dress myself today. I don't want to remove or put on clothes. Again, I have pimples bigger than my tits. Why don't people say this in roast battle? Is it because it's too real and you're worried you're going to hurt me? I already know. Where do they come from? I'm going to have wrinkles and pimples on my chest bigger than my tits. And that's just going to be how I'm going to learn to be a good character still. Because, like, why is that anyone's fault? It's my fault. Maybe I should, I don't know, fucking know. I'm trying everything you're supposed to do to not have that shit. I mean, age is going to happen, but, like trying to always wash my skin if I can afford to. Always trying to, like, invest in self-control. Keep some kind of self-control. And not, like, death diet, but also not, like, crazy. But yeah, Lollipop reminds me of high school. Lil Wayne. Who do you think you were supposed to become? We already said that. So what was your fan of that one? What was your first big heartbreak? Life. Life broke my heart. When I got sad for no reason so young. My first crush was because he played Sharks good. And like, my depression was on the heels of that being my opinion on a thing. I was like, you're just gonna find someone that knows how to play Sharks and have a forever slumber party. Like, it almost is like bad. It's like, then it's like I was so hyper focused on myself. It almost made it hard. Yeah, like they say, to love other people. Oh, yeah. Shit. That's what I'm trying. Mainlining the self-help and everything. Just ran a bit by you guys. If anyone's watching, just ran a bit. Mainline self-help might be like one of the first jokes I do tonight. And not like because of what I'm going through, but because of actually like how I'm working on jokes right now. Which is way more systematic than my emotions. Although maybe I should combine them more and I would do better. A systematic approach to life and my emotions. So my first big heartbreak, I mean, I had a good childhood. I didn't feel the sadness deep like I always know forever until like 9. And I think that's what broke my heart. I like broke my own heart. Because I couldn't cure it. I couldn't figure out what it was wrong with me to get it. I kept thinking, was it my feet were too big? And they're not. They're like average. Especially at fucking 9. Like, was my arms too hairy? And I remember sitting next to one of the prettiest girls I knew, and her arms actually were kind of hairier looking than mine. So it's like, well, shit, I guess that actually doesn't matter. Like, so was it? And then once I got the weight thing, I was like, oh, when everyone hates their weight. So then I just got to focus on something to get by, and maybe I'm a little grateful for that. Otherwise, I would have been spazzing on what to hate for myself to cure the sadness. Assuming the sadness was something from me. I don't know. I don't think so now, but I'm still stuck in it. I'm still going to try and massage it within myself, because what else do I have to work with? I'm not going to look for happiness outside of myself. That's the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to fucking intrinsically find this thing. I broke my own heart then. I broke my own heart. What's a teacher you'll never forget? My mom. Because she's my mom. I feel like that's a cheap answer. I'm like being lazy at answering that. I have a pretty damn good memory. I will remember most of my teachers. There's so many honestly right now going through my head that I remember. Everyone from fucking elementary school. All my elementary school teachers made an impact. And I had 2 years of elementary school where they kept changing out my teacher. So that's like multiple teachers. Still remember them. If I didn't, I really re-remembered them when I was a teacher. Every grade and stuff. High school was a little like, let's say a little more recent. But I'm still in my 30s, and I'm deep in my 30s. Only getting deeper. Pimples and wrinkles. Just trying to love myself still. It's a journey, they say life is. Cat is like killing it tonight with music. If it wasn't for copyright, we'd be able to share this, but copyright doesn't like people to share, which makes me think copyright is evil. Although, no, I will always write new jokes. I am just blah, 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 blah all the time. Some of it might be funny. Take my jokes if like stealing, but if you can't write your own jokes because you're not funny enough, well, I'm funny enough for us all, so you can take a few of my jokes if you want. I'll write more. When did you first start feeling different from others? Well, like, I always, as a kid, I mean, like, one of the best things about friends, I thought as a kid, is like having different friends. And that, I don't know, an insult I give myself, like, oh, are you a people collector? But I thought it was cool to have people that were friends that weren't me. Even when I loved myself, I thought it was cool to have friends that were people that weren't me. I like different people with different stories and like different styles and stuff. Like, it doesn't, yeah, so maybe that's my vestige of self-love, is that I know it doesn't take from myself necessarily to love someone different than me. I got really lucky, and I give full credit to like my family and my parents. I had a few traits as a kid that like were the worst things. But so I always knew I was different. I just didn't know it was bad. I was like, every individual is different. I saw the differences, like it was like something to be celebrated. Like, look at this cornucopia of like amazing. Like, look at all these different people. When you're broke, you save all your mascara, and together you have one mascara. The 3, it's just like with vape pens too, although this girl might be coming up on a vape pen here pretty soon. So excited. I have been smoking weed thanks to friends, but not like I would if I was afforded. I will say there's stuff in the Bible I read where they're like, God's thoughts are higher than your thoughts. And I'm like, obviously, homie, I haven't had weed. All right. What lie did you tell a lot in school? I don't know. Like, in catechism classes, I lied about having, like, a lot of Charizard cards. And really, it's like I had access to one. If I was cuter, maybe I was a boy. It was catechism classes. I said it on here before. If you're a cute enough kid, you get molested for a Charizard card. I don't know. I guess like I get it. I would probably say I get it a lot when I didn't, because I didn't want to take the time to learn whatever it was. I was a pretty damn good homework doer. I'll say if I didn't do homework, it was because of some like literal shit that I felt like stomach drop to my knees about the next day for having not done it. Like, I could be a slow bitch, but I really would try and do my homework. As you can tell by now, I probably was smarter in school than I give myself credit for. Although I was smart in school, maybe then school gave me credit for it too. I always would definitely jump to things that confirmed my self-hate. So if something didn't like me, or I'll show it in some of my relationships, if something didn't like me, I would really like that thing because it confirmed my own self-hate. So it's like if something hated me, it would confirm to me my self-hate being valid and real. So I would like glom onto that thing. Probably why I missed out on some like real good things. Why I didn't value good friendships I had when I had them and stuff. Earning shit back now, or at least been so blessed to have gotten chances. Ooh, what was your graduation like? I don't give a fuck about my college graduation. I didn't even need a walk for that. My high school graduation, I will say, was good. That was a really, I was like, every day, I just gotten like arrested a few days before, felt like I don't know, like a week before, but not like bad. I just got in trouble for shoplifting, and then because I was underage still, shit, and I was like a month before I graduated, like 3 weeks-ish. because I have that late May birthday, and I had that mid-June graduation. The school I went to, hey, I don't know if I'd recommend like private or religious schools for any fucking person. Also, I'm like, I can't recommend. I'm not a parent. I leave my backpack in the car all the time. My phone was ran over a month ago or so, not even quite, because just me. So yeah. But the thing with the small school, even though like my education might have been subpar, according to college for sure, but I was wasted a lot of time on Bible and other life. The only class I ever cheated in was Bible. And I just kind of felt like I was allowed to. I know it's like, that's why my life is miserable now. No, no, it's absolutely not. It's ridiculous. But, because it was such a small school, so like I graduated less than 40. I don't even think we were 35 fully, maybe like 34, 35, or 36 students graduating in my graduating class. And that they actually took a lot of time to kind of make it like a special thing. But one of the things they would do is that they would give you 2 flowers. And then they would give each graduate 2 flowers. And there would be a point of the ceremony where each of the 30 to 35 graduates would be in high school, would go and deliver those flowers to people who they felt had helped them or been an impact on them. And we weren't the first class to do it. So I knew going up to it, it would be something we would get to do. Always a really special moment. Always a little tricky if you have a lot of family there. I mean, at least my parents are together. Like if you have 2 divorced parents, like, and you have one of your roses, like, I don't know, for a Nana, like what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't remember if I gave one of my flowers to my mom or my Nana on that note. Because my mom could have just shared with my dad. My mom could have shared with my dad. I could have hit 2 birds with 1 stone on that one. Poor those kids that couldn't. Like, you gotta give it to, because, you know, parents can fucking share if they're together. Otherwise, they're definitely taking into themselves who got the rose and who didn't. But I gave it to, my second one I gave to my best friend who started senior year with me. And didn't necessarily drop out, but like left to do, what they, like, forget the name of the kind of school it was, but like way honestly better than wasting time. You just kind of just like would go in and do classes. It was like, you know, it didn't always, to this day, it didn't have a good reputation, but you know what? A lot of good shit doesn't always have a good reputation for what it actually does. So, but she was my second person for the rose, and I couldn't find her, but I knew she was there. So I like kind of made a scene to find her, and I was like the last person to go back after, like, so everyone goes and gives their roses and then gets back onto like their little like bleacher stance thing. I was one of the last people to get back, and so I did make a scene, and I think that was so perfect. I'm so proud of that scene. It's nice to have some things in life you don't regret. Because I don't even always want to think about some things. But I also really try hard to avoid regret. Even if, like, I have things I regret, it's like, all right, own it. I regret that shit. I was a piece of shit. Trash can. Try better next time. Alright, maybe I'll see you guys out in the real world. Hey, if so, good luck. If not, good luck. Always good luck. Existing's not easy. I'll find a pretty thing to put on my nose. Hell yeah. I'm feeling sad right now. I'm just feeling it out. I hope you have something that assuages some sad.